Hey guys, I'm a certified Suzuki violin teacher, and in today's video we're going to be discussing how long you should be practicing, and I'm going to give you a beginner outline for your practice. When I went to my first Suzuki Institute training workshop, I was trained by Rolando Freitag, who is an amazing violinist and teacher trainer, and he recommended to us that our students should be practicing for as long as their lesson is. So if your lesson is 30 minutes long, then you're going to want to be practicing at least 30 minutes a day. So that's what I recommend to you, and that's what I recommend to my students. Now, one other thing you should consider with your practice schedule is you're going to want to plan out when you're going to practice and stick to that. So if you're deciding every day in the moment if you should practice or not, you probably won't get that much practicing done. So decide beforehand how much you want to practice and what your schedule will allow you to do, and then stick to that, and you'll be so amazed by your progress and how quickly you're able to move from song to song. Okay, so now let's talk about a practice outline. At the beginning of your practice, you're probably going to want to warm up with a scale or a review song. Now, this is a time in your warm-up to check in on your posture, check on your bowing, check your bow hold and your fingering. You just want to make sure that you've got your basics down and that everything is where it needs to be. So this is the easiest time to focus on making any little adjustments that your teacher told you about or maybe told you to work on this week. This is a great time to do that in your warm-up on a piece that you're really comfortable with, or on a scale where you don't have to focus too much on new notes and reading and all that stuff. So I would spend the first 5 or 10 minutes warming up and focusing on those things. For the next 15 or 20 minutes, you can work on your main piece. And I wouldn't just run through it 5 times and call it good. I would probably structure it in this way. I would play through it once all the way through. Then I would isolate those sections. Either your teacher has probably told you sections you should work on, or maybe you just in your practicing realize like something is not sounding very good. So isolate those sections, drill them at least 10 times in a row, and kind of hop around your piece that way. And then toward the end of this 15 or 20 minute section, go ahead and run through your piece again and see how you've improved, and note if there are any other spots you want to work on for the following day. Once you've worked on your main piece, you probably have about 5 or 10 minutes left. If you're a beginner and you're learning to read music, I would recommend working out of I Can Read Music, which is a book I can link down below. I recommend all my students get it. But that book really helps you with the repetition of seeing the note on the page, putting your finger down, playing the note. So that is a neural pathway that needs to be repeated many, many times to get it quick. So be sure you're putting in the time to learn to read music. It takes a lot of practice. So be patient with yourself, but definitely set aside time in your practice outline and in your practice schedule to do that. If you feel comfortable with reading music, then you can spend the last 5 or 10 minutes working on a review piece. And this is always really fun because when you're working on your main piece, it can be frustrating at times and it's supposed to be challenging you, right? But the great thing about going back to a review piece is that it's easier and you've already played it, so now you can really express yourself and enjoy playing it and enjoy listening to yourself play because you're so good at it. So spend at least a few minutes every day that you practice on a review piece on something you really enjoy playing and something you feel like you're good at playing. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video.